Everybody, this is Kyle, and today I have the winners of my songwriting contest. So to get started, I want to say that all the entries were pretty awesome. I realized after listening to a couple that I didn't give any parameters for the contest besides write a song that is pretty good, and I was going to subjectively judge it. That is so hard to do. As I'm listening to songs, I would listen to one and go, "Hey, this is really cool. This is going to be a good one." And then I'd make some notes and go to the next song, and it'd be the same thing. And it started to really overwhelm me. So instead of trying to introduce parameters or change anything, I'm not going to do that. Here's what I decided I was going to look for. As a songwriter, what you always want to do is write a song that the listener carries around with them, that the listener just loves and wants to hear again. So that's what I was trying to look for, because I thought that is the most essential piece of writing a song. So again, I just want to say, this is totally subjective. This is me. Listening to songs as me. And who am I to judge any of these people? I'm nobody. I'm just some guy that writes some music. So if you entered a song and I didn't pick yours, please don't hate me. Keep in mind there are so many songs from the entries that I just thought were so awesome. I've been thinking about, should I have like some honorary mentions or something along those lines. So we'll see how this video goes. One idea I had as I was going through entries is I thought it would be cool to put on my website something about this contest, list the entries, give a link to each one, give my basic comments, and list the winners. So let's take a look at the entries. I had 33 entries, and if you want to take a look yourself, just put in the hashtag KW Song Contest 2020, and you can see all the songs that people will leave up. How I listen to them is I put a link to each video into a spreadsheet so I could open things up, and then I wasn't looking at who it was. I could just open it up, listen to it as blind as possible, and I made notes as I listened. As I go through the videos and the ones that I picked and talk about my winning choices, if you have some songs that you really loved off this list, please let people know in the comments. That'd be really awesome for some people to get a little extra out of their entries in this contest. As a last note before I start talking about who the winners are, please let me know in the comments if I should do another one of these contests again, if I should make it like an annual thing or maybe switch it up somehow. And of course, if the people that won, if they should be judges along with me in the future. Something like that would be really cool to host something like this again. So it's a few days before I need to have this video done, and I'm still trying to pick a winner. From the 33, I had narrowed it down to 12. From 12, I went to 4. And I decided I'm going to call those the finalist round.
Finalist round.
As a songwriter, it's always cool to have something to put on your resume. Please consider putting my contest on your music resume. And again, I have a blog entry. It's going to be up as long as I'm alive to pay for the website. I don't know if that's morbid or not. Here are the 4 finalists. These 4 artists are in alphabetical order. We have Airy with Trifles, Darren Claxon with Nothing in My Way, Sarah Harrelson and James Tristan Redding with Angels on Broadway, and Ian Luckett with Long Road. And in contest fashion, I'm going to build some drama. So here is number 3. to say this a couple more times. Choosing some winners was extremely difficult. As I went through the songs the first time, when I heard Ian's groove in this song, it was so me. This would be a song I would go out of my way to listen to, if I heard it on a radio. I love this kind of Police-like groove he has going on. The rhythm of the drums, it's kind of dubby. You got that cross stick kind of beat going on. Man, the whole vibe of this song. I'm kind of getting goosebumps talking about it because listen to it, it's like, man, I love this. I wish I could do stuff like that. And as a musician, songwriter, when you hear other music that people make that make you want to do more of what it is you're doing, that is probably the best sign ever. Let's move on to number 2.
Woke up late this morning thinking same stuff, different day. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing stands in my way, in my way. There's nothing in my way. Took my happy tablet which helps me to find a way. Helps with my anxiety, then everything's okay, it's okay. And everything's okay. Do I even care if you don't know the strength of your own mind? People stop and stare at you and talk together time to time. Do I even care if you don't know the strength of your own mind? People stop and stare at you and talk together time to time. When the feelings rearrange, I feel like running free. Who will come and find me there? It's necessarily all of me.
When I listened to all the songs the first time through, Darren's was one that early on was on the list. And it was a song that just stuck with me. And I'd hear all the songs, take a break, do some other things for, part of a day, and then think to myself before I started to go through the list again, which songs do I remember? And I just kind of think through. And of course, when there's some video stuff, you have that visual memory, but I was trying to focus on the things like melody, things like, what kind of mood or feeling was in the chords and the music. And Darren's song just stuck with me the whole time. What I really, really loved about it was the melody. After I heard this song, would take a break, hear some other songs, and was working through the list, the melody of this song I could remember so distinctly. And when I listened to the songs again, the melody and everything about the feeling of the song. And Darren, dude, you wrote a song. This was like it was speaking to me. I know that's not what your intention was with this, but as a songwriter, when you have a song that just grabs somebody, and that's one aspect that made this song so difficult for me to decide, should this be 1 or 2? And it was such a tough decision. So let's move on to number 1.
Stools flipped over on the tables. Ain't no shadows on the ground.
mile of neon by the river. Somehow it's the heartbeat of this town. 8x10s surround these walls with mystery, autographed by tip jar bands and stars. I hear Dixieland delight like it was yesterday, standing here outside an empty bar. The voices that I loved, they never left me. No, they ring out after all the doors are closed. You can't hardly see them till after closing time. But there's angels on Broadway tonight. They've walked up and down these streets for decades. Some chased a dream that took a higher stage. However long they played here, 2 months or 20 years, either way, their spirit still remains. The voices that I love, they never left me. No, they ring out after all the doors are closed. You can't hardly see them till after closing time. But there's angels on Broadway tonight. It's a different kind of country I'm seeing these days. But we won't forget the ones who built this place. The voices that I love, they never left me. No, they ring out after all the doors are closed. You can't hardly see them after closing time. But there's angels on Broadway. There's angels on Broadway. Angels on Broadway tonight. Angels on Broadway tonight.
So we have James and Sarah's co-written song as the winner. And let me take a moment just to mention why I picked this song over Darren's. As I was listening to the songs and really having this deep dilemma of, wow, I set myself up, I made this contest and I have to pick something because I said I would. And I kept trying to think, what is a song that sticks with me? And with James and Sarah's song, when I listened to it again, the words, specifically the lyrics, would stick with me, the melody and the song structure. And those components work together so well. And as a songwriter, and this is something that people that think that songwriting is some weird magical thing people do, it's a skill you can develop. What a songwriter is trying to do is teach you their song. They want to craft something that sticks with you, that is memorable, you can relate to, you feel something, it triggers a memory, it fits a situation, and a whole host of other things. And as I listened to this song over and over, the way the song leads into the chorus, it builds, it changes, and that payoff of the title line, it got me every time. And as I'm talking about all these songs in the final round, I'm getting goosebumps and getting huge cases of the feels thinking about this stuff. But that was so awesome. That was the best part of doing this contest. Yeah, it was difficult putting myself on a spot thinking, hey, who am I to choose a winner? The reward was getting to hear all these awesome entries. If you have some extra things to say, visit these people, go to their songs, leave something in the comments, have those conversations. And again, like always, if you see something creative online, let people know, because the people that submitted songs in this contest, they have an impressive amount of creativity. I couldn't have been luckier to have the entries that I got. If I should do this contest, something like it again, may lay out some parameters or invite some of the people from the finals round to be judges in the future, please let me know.